Okay, my name is Coach Paul Offor. Football is life. I can't imagine going a day without football. Football is life. Football have given me everything. I married here in football. I have traveled all over Nigeria through football, and I'm also traveling now to do courses now through football. Football give me everything, and I thank God for it. I would say right from primary school, because let me just start from when I was the head boy in my school. Then, ages of primary school, the head boy is usually in charge of sports, and the only sports we do majorly in Nigeria is football. So that was basically all we did during our game time. I was in charge. I was also the captain. I was in charge of coordinating because at that point we didn't have a sports master. I was in charge of coordinating and making sure that we had fun, and it continued like that all through my secondary school days. But I started coaching on FIFA Manager first before I got to the grass. I started coaching with FIFA Manager. That was when I really developed my interest in coaching, and the day-to-day running of FIFA Manager helped me also to gain insight and also increase my interest. Unfortunately, I didn't play. I didn't play to professional level. I didn't play. I didn't play any league at all in Nigeria. I only played the school games. I played Headmaster Cup for my school. I also played the Principals Cup in the secondary school. And during my diploma days, that was also when I got the opportunity in Uniben. That was when I got the opportunity to coach because during the Dean's Cup, I was also in charge of coordinating the team. So that was how I started. In the evening, we all come out to train. That was when I started coaching. Then from there, I joined a coach in Uniben there that trains uh, uh, in the university. I joined him, Bright Star. I joined him and I started learning a few of things, tricks from him, drills. And after my diploma days, I decided to go officially for NIS, National Institute for Sports, to acquire my advanced certificate in coaching. Then I already started a project in Anyocha North, which is Aim High Soccer Academy. From there, Mr. Antonio Oko, Engineer Antonio Oko, took interest in what we are doing because he heard a lot of stories about us. So he called me for a meeting and we discussed about him investing in Aim High Soccer Academy. That was how we changed the name from Aim High Soccer Academy to Anioma United. And he played a very big role in me getting my CAF license. He was there, he was supporting us. He gave us a lot of exposure through Anioma United. We went to Port Harcourt, we went to Lagos, we came to Lagos, we traveled around Nigeria. That was how people started noticing me as a coach. It was also with this Anioma United that we played Delta State FA Cup in 2014, 2015, and we had a decent run to the semi-final where we played against Warri Wolf and got knocked out. That was when Delta State actually took notice of my coaching talents, and immediately after that, 2016, 2017, I moved to Warri to coach Tiakoma FC. Um, Also, one of the big factors why I decided to take that job to go there was because they train in the main bowl of Warri City Stadium, and it was an opportunity for me to showcase, an opportunity for me to venture into the Nigerian league and see how it is because then they play in the NLO2. So when I got to Warri, it wasn't easy financially because it was stipends. And I remember when I was looking for accommodation when I was moving to Warri, and my chairman then was like, go into the village because there is a part of the of uh, Warri where we stay that they call the village part, that I should go there and look for a room that I can stay. And I was like, no, if my salary is enough to pay for a flat for me, that's a self-contained room, parlor, and kitchen, that I'm happy to, as long as the salary can take care of that. So that was how we started saving 10,000 from my salary every month so that at the end of the year, he will be able to pay the rent without me struggling. It wasn't easy, but like I said, the objective for me was for people to see me, for people to see what I can do. And I achieved it. because from there, Mozeto saw me how I worked with the team. I also started my own academy while I was with him. I started Anotech. Anotech also is is owned by Antonio Cole, the same man that sponsored, because he's based in Warri, the same man that sponsored Anioma United. So we started a new project. And Anotech was all about the kids. We were focused on raising kids 7, 8, 9, 10 years up to 15 years. So when I finish with Tiakoma in the morning, most time I stay in the stadium to coach Anotech in the afternoon before going home, because they're quite a distance, so I can't go and come back. So I spent almost all my day in the stadium, and I didn't know that Mozeto was observing me. He was taking note of what I was doing. So then they were in the National League, NNL, and they wanted to gain promotion badly. That was 2019. They wanted to gain promotion badly, and the first round wasn't really good for them. So they fired their coach and promoted the assistant coach, Coach Kesta Ojo. That was how he called me if I'm interested in taking the job. We had a meeting with Tiakoma. Uh, he wasn't really happy about me leaving the team at that point, but he let me go, and we had an agreement, and I moved to Warri Wolves. The results were good, and we were able to promote first season, promote to MPFL, and I would say that was the hallmark for me. That was the main starting point for me, for us to be able to come. Even though we had two opportunities in Tiakoma because we didn't promote, but we played playoff. We had two opportunities, one our state, our regional group in the NLO, and we also were able in 2016 to go for promotion playoff, which we lost the playoff. So for me to be able to gain this promotion with Warri Wolf meant a lot for me to me, and it was the start of my career, because from there I was also given the opportunity to be part of the MPFL team as an assistant coach, um, and towards the end of the season in 2020, when Evans Ogonyi left, I was also given the opportunity to lead the team as the interim head coach. So that was my journey in Warri. When I left Warri Wolf, when I left Warri Wolf, because the, the game we played against, what led to me leaving Warri Wolf when I was interim head coach, we played our first game away against Heartland, and we won. We drew. Our goal that was supposed to win us that game, 2-1, was disallowed by the referee. We drew that match and everybody was happy. But the game against Kano Pillars at home, we lost it, and the commissioner wasn't happy about it. That was after we played Nasarawa, we won Nasarawa, we won Enugu Rangers at home. Then we went away to Abia Warriors, and we lost. Then came home, lost to Kano Pillars, and the commissioner wasn't happy, and he asked us to step down. That was how I left Warri Wolf. But I didn't give up. I went straight back to Tiakoma. I was still a big fan of Warri Wolf. In fact, the next home game I was there, I went to support them, and I continued to work hard because I knew it was a temporary setback for me. But I've seen a clear picture of what I want to do and who I want to become. So I went back to correct everything, to like rebuild. I wanted to discover myself, to have a clear identity of how I want to set up my team and how I want to build my team. So I went back to Tiakoma and I started working with them again. And it gave me that opportunity again to experiment a lot of things, to try out a lot of things. I didn't sit at home. We were playing matches, engaging in competition. I even had to, at a point, to leave Tiakoma to go to Chimoski because Chimoski was in NLO 1. NLO 1. I went to Chimoski. It gave me another opportunity again to experiment a lot of tactics, which worked for me. It worked a lot for me before I got the opportunity to go to Benin Republic to coach Jeffa FC. Before I went to Jeffa FC, Warri Wolf recalled me when they got relegated, and again they were looking for promotion, and they recalled me. But I had disagreement because then I was assistant coach to Samson Onipole, and we had Coach Johnny Austin that was also with us. So I had a disagreement with Chairman Mozeto then in Warri Wolf because uh, we didn't align on a lot of things, especially player recruitment and how we are setting up the team and preparing. And I didn't want to be another part of Warri Wolf not succeeding. So when I voiced out my worries and also explained to him the things I needed us to work on, he then opened up to me that the commissioner wants me to come to Upper Screen. But all of this was within a very short period of 1 month, and I had to leave Warri Wolf and Upper Screen. Then I got a call almost a week after about Jeffa. And when I discussed with the owner, Jeffa in Benin Republic, when I discussed the owner, the project was very attractive over the phone. What they told me over the phone about the project was very good, was attractive, and I decided to move. I moved with my family to Benin Republic to start a new project, to start a. But unfortunately, when I got there, what they had on ground wasn't. It wasn't up to the expectation. It wasn't up to what they told me over the phone. So I started the project. It was going well. We started the league, had a good run in the league, and mid-season, midway into the league, I got this offer from Sporting Lagos, and we started talking. I spoke with Shola about it. I also spoke to Coach Paul. I spoke with Ayobami. Then they organized uh, interview for me. They have set up a panel for interview, and after the interview, they called me that they want me to resume. We agreed on contract, and that was how I moved to Sporting Lagos. That was how I relocated my family back to Lagos, and we started the project in Lagos. And with everything we have in Sporting Lagos, I would like to say at this point that Sporting Lagos, the setup in Sporting Lagos is amazing. It made everything. They gave me the free hand for me to operate, the free hand to sign players, the free hand to work. Nobody interfered with my recruitment. Nobody interfered with my decisions on the field. Nobody interfered with my team list, with my setup, which was a serious problem I was having in the past. And we were able, the result was very evident for us. We were able to gain promotion in the first season that I joined. And today we are here. My mom and my brothers, they stood by me. It wasn't easy because I remember one of my uncle really fought me. He was like the only one saying that there is no light in football, that I'm going to get frustrated at the end of the day, that I should go back to school, that I should look for work. Because the aim high and the Anioma story, I really didn't include because we were camping them. When I started aim high, we had a lot of young players, and my family compound in Iseluku, we have boys quarters at the back, rooms, single rooms. So that was my grandmom played it. She's late today. She played a great role in it. She was like our cook. She was like our mother. She did everything for me. It made it easy for me with my mom too. So I used the back. She gave me that back, and my uncle, the owner, that the first son, was the one fighting me. I know he wasn't happy that we had a lot of young boys in the compound, and he was the one telling me all the time that I have to go back to school, that I have to stop these boys that I'm carrying up and down, that is not going to lead me anywhere and all that. I know, I understand perfectly where he was fighting for my interest from the angle he was saying from. But we kept these boys, we fed them. Some of them are not in football anymore today, but some are outside. Some are doing well. About two of them are doing well from that project. Barry, Wamba, and Christian. Christian. The three of them are doing well. So when I look back at what we were able to do, even the ones that didn't play football, that didn't make it as football, they are also all doing well. And we have this relationship. They are all grateful for that platform that we gave to them. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It's never going to be easy because a lot of people will not see it from your angle. A lot of people will always want you to do what they want to, what they think is best for you. But you have to make your own decision. It's your life. And I was ready to go down anyway, successful or unsuccessful. But I knew that by the grace of God and with the type of work we were putting in, that we were going to find success. I grew up in Delta State, Anyocha North local government, easy precisely, but I schooled in Onicholona, Boys Model Secondary School. That's my secondary school, and it's a boarding school. So uh, I'm from a polygamous home. my dad have a lot of us, a lot of us, but from my mom's side, we are six. We are six, and I'm the only one in football. I was lucky to have Solomon Obaide. He married my dad's younger sister. And a lot of the time, I try to reach out to him to create a pathway into coach, especially when I finished my CAF C license. And because immediately after my advanced certificate from NIS, I went for my CAF C. And when I finished, I was like, okay, I'm ready now, and I have somebody in the family. It's just both of us that is doing football that can give me. Then he was in Lobby Stars, and I was seriously hoping that I would be able to get that. But I also understand that maybe it wasn't possible for him given the setup around in Nigerian football. But I just wanted an environment where I can learn. But I'm also grateful that he didn't give me that because I was also able to find my own path. And it wasn't easy, like I said before, but I was able to find my own path. And I don't know if he gave me that opportunity, I don't know if I will be here today. So I'm grateful to him, and I'm also grateful to God for. Unfortunately, our game is not on TV, so it's difficult. And I wasn't in Warri when we had Warri Wolf. I heard a lot about Coach Paul, and the team I admire so much was his Warri Wolf team. I admire that team so much. But I also have a coach, Coach Ndala. Is a coach. That's Coach Abdullah. That's a coach I admire so much. I admire his personality, I admire his character, and I admire the way he structures his team. Even when I met him in Asaba, because that was like the first time during the NNL playoff, we met in Asaba, and it was good to meet him. We exchanged contacts, we exchanged ideas, and till tomorrow we are still talking. Another coach that I looked into his team is Fatai Osho. I looked at his team and I looked at how he worked and how he likes to play football. And I guess that's why they call him Sugar Coach. Sugar Coach. So, because it aligns with my philosophy. That is how I want to play football. That is how I love football. That is how my heart accepts football. For us to be able to progress the ball from the back through the midfield and to the final third. I love to be in control. I love to dominate. I love to dominate. I don't want to give my opponents the opportunity to attack. I don't want to give them the opportunity to be on the ball. So I'm looking at every moment when we lose the ball, can we get it back? And when we get it back, can we be able to quickly move into attacking shape and be patient, be able to keep the ball, be able to find our most influential players, our most dangerous players in the half spaces, and be able to punish our opponents. That's how I love football. And they have similarity with that, with what I love to do. So that was why I looked up to them. It depends. It depends on sometimes, for instance, I remember we were losing a game. We were losing a game 1-0. And I remember walking into the dressing room and I was very calm. Because at that point, the players were doing everything possible. They were doing everything possible, everything I want them to do to win. But we were just unlucky in front of goal. So at that point, I needed to explain to them this is what. But I also remember a game we played at home here in Sporting Lagos. I think in the Super 8, Super 8, against ah, I think we were leading 1-0. But I was mad in the dressing room. I was very angry because we almost lost that game. As in the first half, we almost lost the lead in the first half. And everything, we were just missing a lot of passes, a lot of simple passes. The link up play was not there and all that. So it depends. That's why I say I'm here and I'm there. It depends on what I'm seeing. We can be losing and we're doing all the things right. Then it's okay for me. Then we have to find solution to it. But when sometimes we are leading and the performance is not reflecting the result, then I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And when I'm not happy, sometimes I just express myself. So I have a beautiful wife, Amaka. Funny enough, she's been with me for 7 years now. So she was there in aim high, she was there all through everything we did. Uh, So I appreciate her. Every time I pray specially and I thank God specially for her, for bringing her into my life. and for the fact that she even accepted me when I was nothing, I was nowhere, there was no hope. There was no hope, there was no future, and she stood by me. Today, we are blessed with two beautiful daughters. Uh, they are my sunshine. Every day I wake up, every day, okay, every day I wake up, I look at Kamsi and Kayla, and I'm so grateful to God. I have this extra push, this extra motivation to make sure that I create a better future for them, that I give them everything they need to succeed in life. And I don't know. I don't know if I will be this motivated. I don't know if I will be here without them because they pushed me a lot. And I know that the country is very hard right now, and I need to do extra for them. I need to work extra for them. They are everything to me, and they are my motivation to wake up every morning and go again and again and again. I've worked with a lot of players, but one player I really think stands out for me. I have a lot of players that stand out for me, but Shegu is a very interesting character. Shegu played for Warri Wolf. We signed him in Warri Wolf. Then he got injured and fought his way back. That is one thing I love about. He was out for like a year. He had to fight his way back. Came back to Sporting Lagos and did a season with them before going to Remo Star. Sporting Lagos also gave him that opportunity to come back from that injury. Had a terrible new injury that kept him. And the worst thing is that I remember then in Warri Wolf, he was playing through that pain. He was playing through that pain, so he was doing more damage to it. That is why my approach to players' injury today is a little bit different. Once I see that you feel a little pain, I don't even want you to risk it because of that experience I had personally had with Shegu. So he fought his way back. Today he's in Denmark. He just moved to Denmark to our sister club in Aarhus. So I am very happy with how he was able to deal with his setback, deal with his challenges, and he's also very technical. Because I remember then, that is why I choose him as the standout player. But I remember then in Warri Wolf, because I wasn't the head coach. Coach Evans Ogwenyu was the head coach then in MPFL. So Shegu is this defender that doesn't want to clear the ball. He always wants to hold the ball. We signed him as a defender, but because he was always calm and wanting to dribble the opponent, the coach felt it was too risky for him to be a centre back. So we started playing him as a left back. And even there, sometimes the chairman will come into the dressing room and say, Shegu, clear the ball. Shegu, you will kill us in this team, you know. But that is his style. And today that style also made way for him because even with all the criticism, everything they said to him about releasing the ball, clearing the ball and all that, he stuck to his style. And today it's paying off for him. Okay, so another player that stands out for me, we have a lot of players. Like for instance, last season I worked with Carlo Chukwuemeka, and he was fantastic. With his numbers, he helped us literally to gain this promotion. And this season we have Lokosa. Lokosa is that leader in the dressing room. I love what he does with the young strikers. I love the way he's always behind Okon, talking to him, pushing him, telling him how to finish, telling him when we do finishing exercises. And he does the same thing with almost everybody. With Jonathan, with Review, with everybody. You see him trying to pass on his experience. And I know a lot of players with his experience that if they are in your dressing room, it's going to be one problem or the other. But he's calm, he's always listening, and he's very humble. It's something I admire a lot, and I'm happy to also have that character and that quality in my dressing room. We have, I can't mention just, we have a lot of like Patrick, we have Ekene standing, we have Chinedu. Look at what Chinedu is doing through the season and is amazing in the midfield, and Review is there, and a lot of them in this current squad that I admire. And honestly, I was reading a post from a player, Akoni. He played with us last season, and we have this very good relationship. And recently, he posted something that really touched me because he's out injured. And he said that recently he started connecting with people that he didn't know that football took away a lot from him. You know, when you are off, you are injured, you can't play, you have to you have to find something else. I can't stay a day without football. That's the truth. That is why when I left Warri Wolf, I didn't go home. Immediately I jumped on. I went back to where I started from, and I started a new project, an academy, because every day of my life is football. That's the truth. Outside football, recently what I do, like our days off on Monday, when we play on Sunday on Monday, I want to spend as much time as I can with my family, with my girls. I take them to school, bring them back sometimes when I'm at home, and I just want to play with them. I don't go out, I don't socialize. So going back to Akoni's post, it's something I'm recently working on to find a life outside football. Because apart from my family and football, that's all I'm seriously working on finding a life outside football, which I feel it's very, very important for me to do. I like obono soup and pounded yam. That's another problem with not socializing, because I remember, okay, recently I went to Namibia to Windhoek for my coaching course, and we had a party, kind of a day to the last day that everybody would travel. We had a party, we contributed money. uh, People from Namibia, coaches from Namibia wanted to take us around. I didn't go. I was in my room. I didn't go for that. So that's, like I said earlier, that is something I need to work on, because even after games, when we travel to Akure, to Kano, even in Warri Wolf, then when we travel after game, people want to go around and see, but I don't go. I just stay in my room, and especially when the result is not good, I just go and immediately I start working on what's the problem, what do we need to solve, what, because football is harsh. Nobody's going to wait for you. Football won't wait for you. Once the results are not good, the pressure will come. And as young as I am, in Warri Wolf, I was having high blood pressure, because whenever it's not going good, the chairman is always on me. So that also made me to work a lot, to review matches a lot. Immediately after the game, I'm not comfortable if I'm not seeing what is happening, what happened or what went wrong in the game. So it kind of took away my social life. So I really don't move around. Movies, movies, sports and love. I love basketball films. I watch a lot of it, and I love sports and love. I can watch morning to night, anything on sports and love, because also I learn from it. I learn from, you see, most of the basketball movies, they are always about maybe fighting from a bad season or rebuilding, and there are always one or two insights that you can pick away from it. I want to be the best. I want to, you see, okay, I remember one incident that happened uh, during my Anioma days. We were playing community football, and I had almost all my boys. I told you they stay with me, almost all my boys. And we played against the local boys. These guys that train from 5 to, and we were playing that match, and we were struggling. The Fordos, these guys are physically fit, they are strong, they have the willpower against my more butty boys and all that. And I was thinking, if I'm not able to help these guys, we train every day, we work all the time, to be able to find solution in games like this, then why am I coaching? So I want, first of all, to be able to help my players to become the best, to help them to overcome the difficulties they are going to face on game days. Because that is what I believe is coaching. That is what coaching is all about. To help them through those challenging moments, through those challenging times. And when you watch my team, I want to be able to create a clear identity and a clear difference from what every other person is doing. When we play, you see, we dominate. We want to be able to hold the ball. We want to be able to punish opponents, create a lot of chances, and score goals. That is what I want to do, because I know that once I'm able to do that, I will be able to go to the continent. I want to be in the continent. I want to be able to win the Champions League. That is my goal. That is where I'm going to. I also understand that it's going to take a lot of work and it's going to take a lot of process. But I'm willing and I'm committed to do it. I want to be able to create that difference. When you are watching my team, Sporting Lagos or any other team, you are able to see the difference, that this team is well coached. That is my goal.